So today I'm going to show you something that you need to be very intimately aware of in the Tesla Model Y so that you can be prepared and get this taken care of. If you haven't already taken delivery of your Model Y, you're still in the clear. If you have already taken delivery of your Model Y, you're gonna wanna go out into your garage and take a look at the back quarter of your car. The design of the Model Y's body is shaped in a way that does not protect the rear of the car, especially the painted surfaces. One of the nice things about the Model Y is it comes with this plastic molding around the bottom, and that's supposed to help as road debris gets kicked up and stop it from hitting a painted surface. However, the bottom part of the car is shaped to come inward, and in doing so, your front tire is exposed to a lot of the side of the car. Specifically the very back near the rear door, this part of the body comes out to cover the rear wheel. This is a perfect shot for road debris, for salt, for a number of things to get kicked up and hit that back surface. During our 10,000 mile review last year, we showed this area and reminded people that this might be something you want to take care of some way, somehow. Well, we've got 25,000 miles on our car, and I'm going to show you what ours looks like now after that 25,000 miles. Now, here's the good thing. My car is white, so it's very hard to tell unless you get close, but let's take a look at just how bad it is. You can see in this video all those deep chips. I have these pits all over this door, and this car has taken quite a beating. Now, I'm not sure if this is primarily due to salt or if this is just the entire year of things being kicked up on the back of the car. These pits are present on both sides of the car, and this is a big problem. If you have any color other than white, you're likely going to be able to see this very well. It might look like dirt to you at first, but this is actually your paint is missing. This is not good. This is rocks being thrown up to the back of your car and chipping that paint really aggressively. There are spots all over the back of this car, and I wish I would have had better protection on this car to prevent this from happening. But nonetheless, it's too late for that now. So let's talk about solutions. There's really two solutions to this, and Tesla does provide an option for both these solutions. Of course, there are mud flaps, and the great news is there are now plentiful options in the aftermarket world for mud flaps. Tesla, of course, did release their mud flap option not that long ago. It's 40 or 50 bucks, and it's only the front set. Now, this front set is super easy to install, and some of the aftermarket options are also easy to install. However, there are some that you're gonna have to drill holes, so pay close attention to the installation method for each of the aftermarket options. I was fortunate enough to get a set of the mud flaps before they went out of stock yet again, as these continue to go out of stock frequently. In addition, Tesla released a PPF kit for just these areas of the rear of the car. Again, 40 or 50 bucks, but it's one of those items that as soon as it goes back live, it seems to sell out immediately. So you're gonna wanna sign up for the email notifications because they are pretty good. As soon as it goes in stock, it shoots out those emails. So just pay attention to your email so that you can get your hands on a set. All right, so this is two sets of protection. First, those mud flaps are going to help prevent most, not all, of the rocks from being thrown up to the back of the car. I highly recommend getting something. I know that not every mud flap looks great and not all of you are fans of mud flaps, but these ones, they're slim enough that they don't stand out too bad, especially on the front of the car. Now on the back of the car, they would stand out quite a lot. This is why I didn't go with another aftermarket set that I originally had, tried them on, and I was not a fan. These aren't so bad. So starting with the mud flap kit, it comes shipped in this box, and you get the two mud flaps, plus you get replacement clips. So the two clips that you're going to pull out, you're going to be replacing with these new ones, and these ones are a little bit bigger. So what you're going to do is first you need to pull these two clips out, and there's a little pocket on two sides of the clip where you can fit either a screwdriver or a clip puller and shove it in there and pull that out. They're not hard to pull out, just two of them. Then take your mud flap and test fit it and get it roughly in the area. You'll see on the back there's these two hooks, and they're going to hold on to the side of the wheel trim, so that way you don't have to drill holes. So get those two hooks in and start to move this around until the holes line up. stick your first clip halfway in, and then get your second clip and stick that all the way in, and then go back and push your first clip all the way in. This takes all of 5 minutes to do. This was super easy, and one of the things I liked about these mud flaps is they're pretty flexible. They're a very heavy duty rubber type of material, not so much as plastic. So they're going to give as necessary, because one of the downfalls is the ground clearance with these mud flaps is significantly less. It's like less than 3 inches, and that's in comparison to the 6-inch ground clearance that the Model Y comes with. So this is going to make contact with the ground if you're going to be going over speed bumps, or if there's any other severe bumps in the road that you normally hit on your day-to-day commute. So just be aware of that. But again, these are flexible and they kind of move out of the way, which is a good thing. Repeat that process on the passenger side. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Easy, easy, easy. Highly recommend them. I do like them. However, they're only a set of 2. There are some aftermarket options now anyways that I do really like, that have a little bit better design and a little bit slimmer profile. So take a look at your options, make a good decision for you, and go from there, but get something on there. All right, so now the PPF kit. Now you can get an entire PPF cover for the entire car. You can pay thousands upon thousands of dollars and have a professional do it. You can get some DIY kits to cover even more area, but this one's pretty simple, 40, 50 bucks from Tesla, and it's made for just the spot. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice is these are actually quite a bit bigger than you might have expected. So it's going to cover a lot of area back here. So when you get these, just look for the flat surface and the curved surface, so that way you'll know which side goes on which. Go ahead and separate the two. Just get a knife or scissors and separate them. So now to do this installation, just like the PPF kit that we did on the front end of the car, you're going to need a slick solution. So you're going to need to get a spray bottle. So go ahead and fill this squirt bottle up with water and add 15% of the volume in baby shampoo. This is your slick solution. Don't shake it, swirl it to mix it up. Now, fortunately, I still have some left over from the front kit that we did, so I'm going to be using that here. So make sure you clean the surface very well. Now, I might get some flack for this, but I highly recommend using glass cleaner because it does a really good job of removing grease and those types of things that are going to prevent this from adhering well. So go ahead and spray it down well, use a clean microfiber towel, and wipe the surface clean. Now, once you've got everything removed and it is a clean surface, now you can go ahead and spray this down with a slick solution. Then you're going to spray down the PPF kit as it's sitting on the backer, spray the front of it, get it all over. Start to remove this. Now be careful when you do this. When you pull back the first corner, there's oils in your fingers that can transfer the PPF kit. So pull it back as little as possible and start to get some of that slick solution in there. And then as you're removing this, stop, spray it, pull some more, spray it, and then finally remove it completely. Make sure it's completely covered. Now when you put this on the car, take your time. Get this lined up just right. It's not hard, but get the bottom edge straight and then get the radius around the back of the door correct. Once you do, go ahead and take your squeegee and squeege out one section of this to help hold it in place. And then continue to squeegee the rest of the slick material completely out from underneath. This is pretty straightforward, should be pretty easy to do. Once you get all the air bubbles out, you should be good to go. Now, one of the things I've noticed with PPF is you're going to need to keep an eye on it. So every hour or so, go out there, make sure you don't have any new air bubbles that popped up. Make sure it's still sticking firm. Just continue to push down on this as necessary. All right, so this is what it looks like. You can see it covers the area really well. You can see this PPF is there when you're sitting close, but from any distance, when you're standing, walking up to the car, you're not really gonna notice it that much. Now, those two solutions are going to give you very good protection. This PPF kit did not cover every single paint chip, and I wanna make that clear. What that means is you're going to have that second layer of protection. And in this case, it is going to be mud flaps for me. So between the two, we should be able to prevent further damage to the paint on this car. So I want to hear from you. Did you go out and look at your Model Y? Did you see any damage yourself? I've already heard from some of you on Instagram about the damage that you have on your car, and it is not fun. It does not feel good to see. you're going to want to protect the car. I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, of course, give it a thumbs up because it helps so much. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram @BeardedTesla. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.